Loud and clear. Okay. Good to know. Hi, Kittle. How are you today? Let me pull up reading list stuff. Story time! How you doing, sweetie? Hello, faulty logic. Have we read yours, Kittle? Are you on the list somewhere? Logic, are you on the list? Who's here that needs a character read? That's what I need to know. Everyone's let me, all my little apps are like, hey, you should be live right now. I'm live. I feel like I'm missing something, but everything seemed to be here. So what I do during these lives is I read the stories that have been submitted for the Character Song project, which has now become much more than that. Hello, Finn. How are you today? So if you've submitted a character to my song project and haven't had your character read out loud yet here on stream, that's what we do here on Wednesdays. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, Finn. Hello, Penthea. I'm doing pretty well. Pretty well. Hello, Exiled Fee. How are you? I just am gonna always call whatever you're in here with your display name. That's how I call you. My name permanence does not last. Can also try to remember to call you Corey. Oh, it's still too hot. Hello, Happy Hazel Dreams. I think this is the first time that we are multiple minutes in and nobody has told me they have a character for me to read. Been performing at the Ren Fair, so I've been super busy and not present. That is totally okay. I need to stop myself from submitting more characters. I have so many ideas. Yes, only one per year. One per year. You can give me more next year. How's Con Crunch been going? Limited hearing, but still watching. Finally finished with Con Crunch, slowly becoming a person again. Sits by clock waiting for next year. Oh man. Oh, I should download a bingo card. I know there's people who haven't. I have 45 people on the have been here before but didn't get their character read list. But so far I have not seen any of y'all in the chat. I mean, there's you all in chat, but if either I've read your character already or you're not telling me, I gotta still on the Con Crunch. What are we doing today, brain? Oh, that's always the question, is it not? Hello, Puppet Theater System. Who amongst you has characters, or will I need to just read from the random list for the first time ever? Are we to that point? Oh, buddy. Good boy. There you go. Yeah, it's okay. Today I was smart and brought treats with me. Working on cosplays too, but not Con Crunch. What's LKST? Good boy. The internet is calling for you. You want to say hi to the internet? Oh, no. It's one per person. We'll read through random characters. Hello, Cat Mom. We'll read through random characters. There's too many to not read new ones. I have many. I don't need new characters. I just want to read for people who are here who haven't had a character read. Yes, this is Bilbo for those who don't know. Emily Jones. Well, oh, hi. Watching your live last week on me making my own character. I'm super excited. Amazing. That's awesome. Bill was a little shy on camera. He knows for some reason somehow when he's being held up for it. New makeup for a new TikTok series. Nice. Oh, baby. He's perfect in his own imperfect way. You want to... Okay. He's like, I will be leaving now. First time I've been able to join for a while. Well, Riley, you are in luck. So far, nobody has said that they have a character for me to read that hasn't had one yet. So you are first in line, currently. It's your lucky day. Still gotta submit that mine. His story is a wild ride. Yeah, we've had some wild rides for sure. Should be on... Oh yeah, Cat Mom. Let me find you. Cat Mom. Present. There we go. We have Riley and Cat Mom. Should get my host party to submit some and come in. Yeah, it's been fun having multiple people from the same... How many times have we had bingo at this point for characters and their tropes? Hard to say. I mean, I don't think any one character has checked off an entire bingo card. But, yeah. Hello, what is a name? Where would I post once I get mine done? To, like, let me know. Basically, at the beginning of these lives, I make a little list with whoever's here that wants their character read, who hasn't had their character read. So you just let me know on these lives that you're here and would like to hear your character read. Eventually, like I was thinking we might still need to do today, if not enough people are here who haven't had a character read, I will just read through random stories. Because I do post up as a VOD. It's just more fun. It's just more fun to do it for people who are here for their character. Hi, you're awesome. How are you doing, je ne sais quoi? Got sidetracked. All good. I'll add you to the list. Casual merch. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Hello. Happy Hazel Dreams. I'm good. How are you? Aw, Finn, have a good one. Currently lost in the sauce. The cup says dorko.tv. And this is from my streamer days I say back on Twitch as if I'm not also streaming on Twitch now again. From when I exclusively was on Twitch. And that's my original emote from Twitch. But yeah, I used to have a very like 70s inspired brand. It has evolved since then. Yes, I just added you to the list. Right now it's super short. It's been slow. This is the slowest time we've had getting started making a list. But an enchilada sauce will not cooperate. Marshmallow packages? I don't think I know those ones. There is not a store due to limitations on my like work visa. I don't think I'm allowed to sell physical merch. So maybe one day I can sell physical merch, or I think I would have to change like my permissions or something. You have not really missed anything. No, we're just getting started. Hello, Chronicle. Little sleepy. It's almost 8 here. Yeah, it's about almost 7 p.m. here. Jet puffed marshmallows. I don't think I've ever been like a big marshmallow person. I mean, I don't dislike marshmallows. Okay, so who here has submitted a character but I haven't read it yet? I have Riley Glascock, Cat Mom, Nerdy Ass Cosplayer, and Happy Hazel Dreams currently on the list. Been eager to see this? Well, happy day. I don't know, that came out weird. Welcome in. Okay, oh yeah, here, let me add you to the list. Working on mine as I watch you. The inspiration is real. Awesome, that sounds great. Okay, let me add you. I don't think I already have had you on the list before, Nico. At least I'm not finding you. So I will add you fresh. Will this be the day we actually finish a list? Maybe. We are now at 6. This is the slowest we've come into a list. 6 is starting to be, like, we do have VODs where 6 is all we get through. But, we'll see. We shall see. Dun, 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 dun. How do you submit a character code? If you go to my pinned video, there are all the instructions that you need. Hello, Athena. How are you doing today? We have Chronicle, who is now, like, Chronicle has waited the most, so Chronicle actually just got bumped to the top. Riley Glascock, Cat Mom, Nerdy Ass Cosplayer, Happy Hazel Dreams, and now Nico. Excited for you to read my Angie Wolf Girl. Yeah. I'm giving it another couple minutes, but we'll probably get started reading here in just a minute. Jing Zelda, welcome in. How are you doing? Has anything, like, what are you looking, 1, what have you been most proud of yourself for the last week? And 2, what are you looking forward to in the next week? I love these reads. I love these reads too. I'm glad you're here. I pronounced your name right. Yes! I love when I do that. I struggle with names, so it's exciting when I do it right. I'm excited to read my traumatized anxiety bean. I also am a traumatized anxiety bean. With the UMG music thing going on, has it affected your music views? In a very positive way, yes. I have actually grown my... I mean, right at the beginning, I was able to get a whole bunch of new folks in by promoting my music as being available. So a bunch of people found me that way. That's been going well. And then it was right around... It's hard to say if it, like, directly really impacted the streams because my album came out right that week. Like, it happened and my album came out like 3 days later. So I was, of course, was promoting the heck out of my new album, which for those of you who don't know, my Hero's Journey concept album is now out in full. I've been drip releasing it, but now all of it is out. It's there. And it's called No Time to Explain. So if you haven't checked it out, you should do that. I went to a convention last week and it was an adorable Zelda and Luigi stuff. Oh, yeah, don't forget to mask, y'all. Don't forget to mask. I'm just excited for more D&D. I just want to see what the party's gonna do next. Yeah. Competed in my first cosplay competition. The performance was so fun. I get so much, like, performance anxiety, like, IRL. Would you ever stream BG3? I feel like playing a bard would be amazing. Athena, I have not yet, like, decided it's worth, like, I say worth it. I'm sure the game is worth the cost. I don't normally play video games or PC games or whatever that classified as. But BG3 is definitely... Like, Baldur's Gate is definitely on my list of, like, maybe I should stream that. I don't really have time. But if I'm going to play it, I'm going to stream playing it, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. So I'm not being able to, like, read literally every message out loud, but I'm trying to keep up a little bit. A tail feathers for an Osmodius cosplay. Amazing. Oh, for your fiance. That's awesome. We got Baldur's Gate. Can't play it without my friends. Oh, to get to 100%, 3 achievements left. That's exciting. Yeah, I don't play a ton of games. I mostly play, like, group games with my family members, like my siblings. We play, like, Age of Empires mostly, and then I play with my partner. We play For the King here at the house. Good morning, Vel. Yeah. I've done so many playthroughs. I have a problem not finishing before I start another. Ooh, a comic for a text RP I have with a friend. That is amazing. Coffee is always good, Pantheon. Always lovely to see your musical chaos on my lives. Hey! I have not seen Has Been Hotel, but I have seen a lot of cosplays for it and heard a lot of the music. I haven't like listened to a lot of the music, but I've heard a lot of it as it comes through on TikTok. Yeah, I've been really, really busy, so not like, I have not been doing a lot of like video editing, so like a lot of my videos lately have just been, absolutely, there is a character limit, yes. I've just been doing, it's not like easy content, but it's content that does not require sitting at my PC and doing a bunch of like batch editing. It's stuff I can do on my phone relatively quickly. More like offhand ideas, and I have no schedule. I've just been posting what I can, when I have the ideas or time. But yeah, what I would like to do is keep getting back into these and editing these and posting these stories, because what I've been doing before the last couple weeks is chopping up these VODs, which go on YouTube, by the way, chopping up the VODs and then posting the individual smaller stories as individual videos, so that's nice. And then yeah, I've got a little game we were playing that I'd like to get back to. I said that last week, and then I got busy. I took one of the many reasons, I mean, I've been having people ask me about song commissions. I took a song commission for a client who I already work with on other types of projects, and I was like, I can do a song commission for them. It's fine. I love working with them. But yeah, it turns out I just cannot do song commissions. It stresses me out. It ground my whole creativity and like level of operation just ground to a halt over the weekend, because I had that like on top of my head. That's a weird thing to say. I had that hanging over me, and it really was not good. So yeah. But yeah, there are character limits for submitting stories for this. If you go to my pinned video, you'll find all the information you need. Yeah, you can find all the information you need in my pinned video, and there's a form, and the form does in fact have character limits. Most of the like love songs that I've written are like just angsty, sad breakup songs. I've written a couple of happy love songs, but mostly they're angsty, sad breakup songs. Or just like broken heart songs. Because that's how I really started getting into music. Was writing those songs. So I could probably release an entire album's worth of my old songs, like that I wrote starting in 2013, and it would be, "Hi, how are you?" And it would be all just super depressing, angsty, emo, sad songs about brokenheartedness and existentialism. And I may do that one day and call it just like origin story or something. But yeah. Yeah. So that's, a thing. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, bingo.dorko.tv. We all had an emo phase. bingo.dorko.tv. If you would like to play along during this live, I am going to start reading stories here in just a second, but we play bingo while we read these, and basically it's just a goofy fun thing to do on the side if you'd like. There's a lot of tropes that we've picked up as we've been reading through these, and I have collected a bunch of them, and I made a generator for bingo cards out of it, so that way you can keep your ear out for the things you can check off and see if you can get bingo for today's live. Speaking of love songs, my character just got 3 steps closer to her crush is coming with us. Nice. Bingo time. Live your Evanescence era, right? Bring me to life. Wake me up. All right. Yeah. Have a good day at work. See you. Should I be saying limb? I love that. Yeah, I grew up on that song. I remember when that song came out. I remember because the guy who sings that like chorus part was part of like a Christian like rock band that I listened to, like 12 Stones or something. So I actually knew them before I knew the Evanescence. back in my day. So, like, I knew the male singer. I think he was the lead singer of 12 Stones, I think it was called. It's been a long time. But no, I grew up under a rock in a very conservative Christian little pocket of Southern California. And all I was allowed to listen to was Christian music. And so I discovered what I could and enjoyed there was like, is it Bleach? That can't be right. Maybe, oh man, they're all escaping me now. There were some ska bands we listened to. There were some like just Christian rock. Yeah, Christian rock does go unnecessarily hard. Stuck in my nostalgia right now. It's not Skillet. Thank you. I knew there was one. And then there was POD, Skillet. Oh, there was another one. Oh, we listened to Grits, the Grits. Ooh, ooh, times like these that make me say, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. A heart full of them like you. I forget the rest of the words. Yeah, Skillet is definitely Christian rock. And then there's the thing with these songs, the thing with Christian rock is it's hard to tell sometimes because if you don't know that it's Christian rock, they just sound like love songs sometimes. Skillet, my beloved angst time. Oh man, there was another one. Yeah, Switchfoot was huge. I think the Switchfoot was from my hometown or something. Like, I think someone in my family or whatever knew their mom, like one of the main singer's mom or something. Switchfoot, yeah. Yep. Hello, Ash. Oh man, yeah. Lifehouse, yes, and Flyleaf, yes, both of those. I owned one of the Lifehouse albums for sure. 2 to 3 Skillet songs on my character Spotify playlist. Yes. Hello, Brick. How are you? Yeah, no, and then there's another like rapper, some like what will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find out it's true? Whoa. Sorry. Oh, my Christian rock phase is yeah, it's DC Talk. Thank you. Oh my god. Yes, Flyleaf is Christian rock. Yeah. Come in. It's all good, skunk. Oh, yes. You are here in time. Oh man. Sorry, I did not mean to like turn the beginning. I was like, I'm gonna read a song. I'm gonna start reading stories, and then now I'm just trying to remember all the music I listened to. That's so funny. A wild menagerie of songs made HD Brain Go Burr playlist. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, the war flashbacks are going hard. Hell is Forever is considered Christian rock. I don't know if I know that one. I grew up with Christian rock, so I get you. Yeah. I think we've gotten a lot of the big ones that I listen to. There's I'm trying to think of the ska bands we listened to. The RPG character songs suddenly get a little Christian rock vibe. You know what? Some of my music sounds a little unnecessarily like worship songs. It's not on purpose. It's because I played in the youth band at church. That's pretty much when I learned guitar. So I learned like the 4 chords that are in every worship song and then all the rhythms that go with them. My character playlists are all over the place. I think a few of your songs are in some of mine. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. There's one that's bothering it's like 4 letters, and M and X are definitely involved. There's a damn. Oh, my shock when I saw my playlist on your one TikTok. Yeah, I like to do those every once in a while. Christian hair band? What? Honey, I'm Home by Ghost. Is it MXDX? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to think and pick the 4 parts of my character story. She's in deep. Yeah. Christian band. Oh, man. MXPX, excuse me. You've got what I need. So for the longest time, I can tell you the first year that I ever listened to secular music was 2001, because we were moving that year and we were all 9 kids living in a tiny little greenhouse room type of weird side room off of my mom's best friend's tiny house that we were living in during the move. And I had been gifted a tape player Walkman by my grandma the previous Christmas, and it had radio access. It came in with like a little FM radio on there, and the little corner where my bed was, if I laid just so, 9 kids. If I laid just so, oh yes, jars of clay. Oh my God, yes, jars of clay. If I laid just so on my little corner, we had 2 triple bunk beds and a double bunk bed, and then a crib and a futon, because our ages were 2 to 12, 9 children. Not a very big room for us to live and sleep in for almost a year. Anyways, it was that year. I had this little FM, like, tape. It was a tape player that I listened to, like, whatever I had tapes for in 2001. I don't know. And then I found that I could get one radio station from the weird little corner if I laid just right in my bed, and it was a country station. So my first experience with secular music was a country radio station in Southern California, and I just remember having a lot of feelings about all the women and all the songs that were being sung about. The 2 songs that always stick in my head were da 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 da. It was like, it's a white t-shirt and a mini skirt. There's something about that. And then the other one was that, what was I thinking? Where they're like running around and then the dad's angry. I don't know. Mine was a country radio station too. But yeah, I had a lot of feelings. And they were all related to the women being sung about in those songs, and makes so much sense to me now. I'm like, why do I love listening to these songs and imagining all these women? Yes, that one. Why can't I think of the tune right now? It's because I'm live. The pressure is on. What was I thinking is on some of my characters' playlists? Oh my God. Yeah. That little white tank top sitting right there in the middle by me. Where the night might lead. I know what I was feeling. I've tried to sing that like all the way through, but I can't find a key that I can actually sing all the way. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, this became a nostalgic road trip that I did not intend to take today. Something like that. That's the other song that I'm not thinking of. Something like that. Tim McGraw. Those 2 songs. Any song about women taking revenge on men is always good, yes. But you have to understand, this was back when I was unaware of myself. I had a barbecue stand on my white t-shirt. She was killing me in that mini skirt, skipping rocks on the river by the railroad tracks. She had a suntan line and red lipstick. I worked so hard, but that first kiss and a heart don't forget. Something like that. Dun, 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 dun. That's the other one. That is the other one. Sorry, that was gonna bug me really bad if I didn't look that up. Oh, Steven Universe. Yeah. Okay. I will actually read stories now. I did not. This was a total tangent. Christian rock and country. And yes, SoCal country is like a whole specific vibe For sure. Oh yeah, before he cheats. Anyone, you gotta belt that one. I was so excited. It had been out for 10 years already. Yeah, SoCal. Yeah, I was there until I wasn't. I was born in Maryland. My dad was in the Navy, so most of my family was already in Southern California, but my dad being in the Navy is why I was born in Maryland. And then we were back on the West Coast in Monterey, I want to say. I don't remember. I was a very small child. I only remember an injury I got. I gave myself smacking my head on the top of the bed right before we moved, and then we were in SoCal. Yeah, SoCal gang. Yeah, big you're in Maryland, grew up on the shore. I very much don't remember it. I was very little when I left because I was like 2 years old, but I have visited again, and it's pretty. I got to go see the neighborhood where I was a baby. Hi, Knit Fedora. How are you? Hello, Cass. From Florida to West Virginia here. Oh, please tell me else soon. West Virginia. Northern Virginia. The Virginias are really beautiful, though. From North California. Yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time there. Sat down for dinner. I hope dinner's great. Doing well. I swear I'm going to start reading stories here in just a minute. Ooh, Tennessee. I remember going out to what was it? It would be the far east side. There's like those mountains. Mountain Mama. South Dakota. Fun fact, I have been to all 48 contiguous states in the U.S., so it does not matter where you're from. If you're in the continental U.S., I have been to your state. I have stayed at least one night in your state. Singing country roads while driving across the Shenandoah River. I live in Florida. Help. Air Force Station in South Dakota. I see. Ooh, Georgia. I remember being in Atlanta during pollen season, and my car was a black car, but actually it was yellow during that time. Fun fact. Okay, Chronicle, are you still here? I know a few people who got on the list had to leave already because I talked about Christian rock and country too long. A very good flex. It's already getting rough with pollen. Chronicle, is your character Andris, and are they a zealot barbarian tiefling reborn? Yes, found him. Excellent. The interest in music is too... Nostalgia has a grip on everyone, I think. So also, honestly, nostalgia is one of the reasons I think it's very hard to break into people's actual music interests as an indie person, an indie artist making original music. I think for anyone doing that, it's especially difficult if you never really do cover songs and you don't really play on music that people already know and love and are searching for, because it is really, and I listen to a lot of new music as well, but like the grip that the songs we grew up with have on us is so strong, and I blame no one. That's just human. But it makes it really hard when you don't have your music being pushed in everyone's faces, in the sense of like you're hearing it everywhere, so you're accustomed to it and you associate it with things, because once you start associating a piece of music with something, like, it develops an emotional attachment. Anyways, it's all very interesting to me, but it's part of what makes being an indie musician who does original songs especially difficult without tapping into that nostalgic factor for music people already know. I think anyone should pursue creative pursuits like making a band, because that's a lot of fun. And being creative with your friends is great. I can tell you, I've been making music and trying to put my music into the world for like 2 decades now, and we're just getting where people actually like are hearing it for reals. So I would never like try to pretend that if you're getting to doing music for like a career or what have you, like that's really difficult. And, just keep your expectations low. And I'm not even trying to do this as a career. I just would like my music to be heard by everyone on Earth. That's all. That's it. Chronicle, I totally understand. These are mostly, and what I'm like trying to like impart to everyone, I know it's hard because you want to like update your character all the time. You specifically, just you, the greater you. It is, Brick, I'm sorry. See you later. But it was good to see you. I love these because it's a little snapshot of who your character was at the time of submission. Like, it's good. It's good. It's all good. All right. I will read now for realsies. I will now actually read stories. Disco soul. Painting shoes now? That's awesome. All right. We are reading for Chronicle. Andris, also called Andy, but only his love interest calls him that. Species. I keep trying to like find a consistent format to read these in, and then I always forget the next time around. Also, thank you for all these gifts, and I don't know what they're called. The little finger. Oh, is that what this is? It's a finger heart. Oh my god, I've seen this emoji and I never freaking know what it means. I'm like, someone left this sign. I was like, does that mean like I'm cheap? Like, or something? I'm a millennial. I'm way behind. I didn't realize that was a heart. I see it now. God. Anyways, thanks for these gifts. All right. Yeah, I know. We're reading on the live. Who could have... What? All right. Tiefling Reborn. A zealot barbarian. He is 52 years old. My barbarian fighter is also a zealot barbarian. Some cool features of that I really enjoy. Party role. Group dad, the tank, peacekeeper. Those all go together very well, I think. Backstory. Grew up in an orphanage, then joined the military to see the world and was given orders to kill a child, and he disobeyed, saving the child and deserting. While being chased to be brought back, he found his way to Barovia, where he met his previous party. After months of traveling together, his former party believed that he was a traitor and killed him in his sleep. Oh my god! That's the backstory. That's the backstory. The end. He's been killed in his sleep. Story arc. Andris awoke at the bottom of a lake, and after crawling his way out of the mud, he swam to the surface, realizing he didn't need to breathe. He ended up meeting his current party the day after he awoke and found out that he had been dead for 20 years. After traveling with his new friends to work towards taking down Strahd van Zarovich, he found out that a teenager got their hands on a book with a resurrection spell in its pages. With the teenager as the conduit, he was speaking the words of the spell, trying to cast it. His goddess, Zylara, brought Andris back from the dead to defeat Strahd. Oh! Yeah, story starts with character dying. Yep. That is a bingo card potential option for sure. Now Andris won't die until Strahd is defeated, but he feels his soul is split in two, with one half in the land of the dead, so he doesn't want to stay on the mortal plane. The man he loved, Dristan, was in his original party and the only one to stand up for him when the others thought he was a traitor. He wants nothing more than to be with his love, who never knew he loved him. And he has a duty to his goddess and a desire to make sure his friends survive the final fight. Oh. All right. Anecdote. It has been decided by myself and the DM that Andris will not live beyond the final fight against Strahd. Andris himself has written his goodbye has written his goodbye letter, but those in his party and the other players don't know this yet. Oh! Favorite character details. Favorite colors are teal and gold. He mostly trains in his free time. He has a multitude of scars, but the most notable one is the one across his neck where his throat was slit. He covers it up with a black choker. He also has a broken horn that had its tip replaced with a gold one. Oh, his amulet is a symbol of Lara. Oh, that escalated. Yeah. You can say that again. That's really good. Okay, what do we have here? Let me pull up my bingo card. Let's see. Implied revives or resurrections. I'm gonna just take that one. Mistaken death? Not so much. Friendly fire? I think killing one of your own party members is definitely... Yeah, that escalated quickly, for sure. Party parent figure. We've got the dad. I forget how we ruled planar travel with like the land of the dead, etc. And this is a tiefling barbarian, not a tiefling bard. Oh, he's actually a dad. Oh my god. Surprise child. We have surprise siblings, but I don't think we have a surprise child option as the trope. Amazing. To the other tiefling in the party? Oh my god. Shmapala, thanks for hanging. Have a good one. Oh god. Whew. Oh. The epic character. Okay. We did it. We did one. Chronicle. Vel, are you still here? The results are in. You are the father. Hello, hello. My god. Yeah, that knocked off quite a few. Quite a few. Cass. Yes? Have I had you on the list before? There you are. For some reason you didn't show up when I clicked on you earlier. One of your favorite characters you've made. That's awesome. Is Vel still with us? I still don't know how to look at the actual list of people here. I enjoy hanging out with the horses. Thanks, CT, for chilling. It's always my characters who are dying that are my favorites. Alright, I am not seeing Vel, but if we see Vel in chat, please let me know. That brings us Cass. Actually, you would be up next with the number of times that you've waited already. Have I added you here? Let me add you to the list. Hello, Alina. How are you? Anyone? Okay, I'm gonna read you the list I have, and if you are here and I have not read your character that you've already submitted yet, let me know. I have Vel, Cass, Riley Glascock, Cat Mom, Nerdy Ass Cosplayer, Ash, Happy Hazel Dreams, Nico, and Caffeinated Fox. I'm glad to hear you're good. I'm doing pretty well. Nice. Yeah, you're still towards the end of the list, but just want to make sure that I've like actually got everyone who is in the chat who expects to hear their characters hopefully today, but we have a reasonably sized list. Her name is Nova. Okay, good to know. Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Nova. Would that be Cassidy? Is it a Tabaxi alternate fighter? Perfect. Yeah, a lot of people have waited 3 streams cosplayer, unfortunately. Oh yeah, have a good one, Chronicle. Thanks for hanging while you could. Alrighty, we have Nova. We are reading for Cass. Nova, a Tabaxi alternate fighter, she/hers, 27 years old. Party role, resident crazy and dex tank who is the glue that holds the party together. Someone's gotta do it. Backstory. Grew up the eldest of 3 and was born on a ship in the Astral Sea where she has lived all her life. Became a privateer when she was 18 on a super notable ship for 5 years, and then suffered a mental break when her sister joined the crew, and Nova ended up the sole survivor after an attack from a monster, only having her sister's bracelet to remember her by. She was rescued by her now best friend and maybe growing crush, Eris, who is helping her piece herself back together. Oh. Story arc. Nova never shared with Eris her past, as she is haunted by the loss of her crew and feels the loss of her sister is her fault for allowing her to join the crew, but recently had to tell her because the Harbinger, similar to Death himself, came to her, gave her her own soul coin, and told her she had a year to live if she didn't find the monster that killed her crew and kill it. Nova had to tell the entire party what happened as her clock ticks closer, but has still hid the fact that her sister was on the ship, no one knowing the wiser. She adopted a goblin child and secretly named him after one of her past crewmates, and is now trying to teach him how to be good even though his alignment is chaotic evil. The party recently traveled out of the Astral Sea, and Nova failed to check, so she lost a piece of her soul forever since it's in the coin and not in her. Uh-oh. Nova is now facing the looming timeline and grappling with the voices in her head that are scaring her out of being open with Eris, who she has begun to feel differently about of late, but doesn't know why. She doesn't realize she likes girls yet. Mood. Who among us hasn't been there? I mean, you get it. Nova is, in the words of one of the other players in the campaign, the planet everyone else revolves around. She is the reason everyone else joined the party and is the one that recruited and or saved our NPC friends that travel with us. Oh. Anecdote. One of the important moments in the campaign recently is that Nova saw the sunset and sunrise for the first time. Growing up in the Astral Sea, there isn't anything like that. When they got to the material plane, the sun setting and it getting dark scared her, and she was freaking out, but with the help of our cleric using guidance and Eris reassuring her, they watched the sunset and sat looking at the stars and moons. Her sister loved stars and constellations, so Nova cried, which made everyone in the party also cry or get tears in their eyes. Oh. Character details. She is covered in scars from her collarbone down to her down with 3 other visible scars. Half of her right ear is missing. She only has a nubbed tail because it was bitten off in a fight, and she has a scar on the left side of her head that starts at the top of her head, goes down over her eye and cheek, and then goes down her neck, stopping at the bottom of her neck. She has a habit of checking specifically any ship she's on, but also anywhere they are staying before she sleeps and after she wakes up to make sure everything is safe. She gets paranoid about nightmares because the monster that killed her crew gave everyone nightmares and made them so sleep deprived they didn't know people were going missing. Oh god, that's some horror. She has blue eyes and looks like a flame point Siamese cat. I forgot she was tabaxi for a second. I was like, what? She keeps a diary but writes it like letters to other people because she can't bring herself to journal otherwise. She also specializes in dual wielding with the dual wielding fighting style and feat. She has 9 weapons total on her and is the second shortest in the party at 6 foot. She would also die or kill for Eris without hesitation because she believes she owes her her life. Aww. It sounds like the meme where, they just keep pulling weapons when there clearly should not be more room for weapons. Oh, I'm putting too good for this world. There's also one that's like blames themselves for something that's not actually their fault, but not on my sheet. I had planar travel. I don't think this counts as abandoned as a child. Edgelord, maybe. She's my little guy and I love her. Yeah, puts 50 weapons on the table and they're checked at the door. Exactly. Okay. Riley! Are you still here? Did you have to leave? I know several people had to leave, but my brain has not kept track of who those people were, so I just have to call them out and hope everyone hears it. Alright, Riley, what's your character's name? Oh wait, Lara Sylvan? I think I found you. Sometimes the usernames or display names work and sometimes they don't, so I just always ask. Perfect! I've only ever been in parties where the tabaxi, if there was one, was the problem child. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, cats, they're mischievous. Lara Sylvan. Okay, reading for Riley. We have Lara Sylvan, nickname Bone Crusher Lara. Amazing. A silky wolf. Monstrous from Monster of the Week. She, hers, 16. Party role, group mom and muscle ready to throw down at a moment's notice. She breaks the sound barrier regularly. Hi, Chloe. How are you doing? Backstory. Lara lost her mom when she was 6, and from that day, she took it upon herself to raise her 3 younger brothers and help her dad, who works long hours at a job he hates to keep a roof over their heads. She hunts monsters because if anyone tries to harm the people she loves, she will show them why they call her Bone Crusher Lara. I love that. Story arc. Lara isn't a violent person, but she can be, and she isn't... Lara isn't a violent person. She can be, but she isn't. She will, however, protect her family and friends fiercely from anything, including supernatural creatures. But being a Selkie in a small town of humans has led to some issues. No one can know what her and her family are, and with people going missing all over town, including her mom, she knows it's only a matter of time before something comes for someone else she loves, and she won't let them go without one hell of a fight. Lara swore when she was young no one would ever harm Wyatt Garth or Blake ever again. Anecdote. While Lara was staring down the jaws of a werewolf just inches from death, she knew she had to end it here, or else the whole town would have been in danger. So even though she only had 2 hit points left, she ran forth and wedged herself in the wolf's mouth using her shoulder and arm to keep its mouth open so her teammate could shove Wolf's bane down its throat. Oh, the self-sacrifice! Character details. Her favorite color is a kind of brassy color that's very visible in her character art. She is a member of her high school's FFA club and is dating a boy named Miles. She's a wolf Selkie. Her brothers are a fox named Wyatt and a songbird named Garth and a weasel named Blake. Adorable. Adorable. I love all these characters. Oh, goodness. All right. We have up next Cat Mom, Nerdy Ass Cosplayer, Ash, Chloe Juice, Happy Hazel Dreams, Nico, and Caffeinated Fox. Cat Mom. I was going to ask if you're here, but I can see her here in chat. Can you let me know your character's name? Yeah, coming up. It's happening. It's coming. It's happening. Is it Damien or Damien? Found him. Lara's known catchphrase is character's name. No! Damien. I believe that's what I said first. I really gotta stop doing that to myself. I know I have the memory of Dory the fish. And yet, I'm like, this time I will remember. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, I will never remember. Whew. Okay. I started doing... Oh, yeah, nice Teddy. Exciting. I started doing extra, like, workouts. Sounds weird to randomly say. But what's important about that information is that I've been doing a lot of extra exercise and a lot of extra stretching. But so now everything is always sore, always. There is no freedom from soreness. Thanks, Riley, for sticking around. I hope it was fun, and I hope you have a good day. All right. Reading for Cat Mom, we have Damien Wayne, a Lightfoot halfling rogue. He is 35 years old. Party roll, a thief who uses his abilities for good. Backstory. Damien was found and raised by Wayne Gothic in the large desert city of Hammondstead. He was trained in and raised as a tool for the secret organization his father is part of, but ran away when he was 16 to make a new life for himself. He is now part of the Lunarloch Knights, is on a lifelong hunt for where he's from and if his birth family is alive. Excuse me. He's also the most socially inept member of the party, but has learned that hugs are okay sometimes. I'm marking that as antisocial turns cuddle bear because I think that counts. Story arc. Our party is currently in hell, looking to fix the threads that hold the realms together by creating god particles, while trying to stop Sin and her cult of the fallen light from taking over hell from Helig, the current lord of hell. Whew. Whew. They are in hell. Damien knows Helig trapped his family in a prison within Devil God's Rise, but had managed to find his uncle and twin sister. He's set on killing Helig herself to find their mom, but Damien is conflicted on which path he needs to choose. Whew. Oh, it's rough, buddy. That's rough. Does this count? None of these quite seem to count as abandoned as a child. I'm also going to count this as Sunshine Grumpy relationship. I also have naive to jaded, but I don't think any of these sounded super naive to begin with. Anecdote. Damien's closest friend in the party is probably Alma, our tabaxi monk. When we first started playing, Alma got the nickname of our moon mama, so Damien surprised her with a simple necklace with a single pearl because it made him think of the moon. Oh, a bean! He found his mom and saved the realms. Our final huge battle is next Monday. Oh, good luck. We've been collecting blood gems to save the world, and we are trying to get our last one in our game on Monday, yesterday. They took my guy's sentient sword, and he had a meltdown about it, but he was already very low on resources, and he used all of them to get back his sword. Anyways, he's at 1 HP. We did manage to defeat all the little, the guards outside of the big bad's house, room. Yeah. So we're like, wow, we're supposed to do this big battle, and we have no healing resources. We have no place to hide, to rest for short or long rest. We have nothing. I am on 1 HP. I have no rage left. No, it was a great anecdote. Very perfect anecdote. Yeah, may the dice gods show you mercy, right? So yeah, not sure what we're gonna do. Okay. That was adorable. We still can read the character details. I got so distracted by talking about the final huge battle that I forgot there was more. Character details. His favorite color is dark blue. His favorite pastime is probably doodling in his journal. I've tried to establish that he's an artist in between all the murder. Really well said. He has a terrible tattoo on his left pec that he got when he was younger. I'm reading that weird. He has a terrible tattoo on his left pec that he got when he was younger of a family crest he tried to make for himself. Due to his rough upbringing, he also has several deep scars that go across his back. Oof. He also has a large scar on the side of his face from this acid worm thing like 100 sessions ago. He is a teacher in the school the party opened and tries to be the teacher his father wasn't. He also has somehow managed to get a girlfriend despite his lack of social skills. Her name is Bala. She's a barbarian halfling that the party met in the Overgrowth, which is like our Feywilds. Aww. Aww. Amazing. That is adorable. My Naguta. Okay. Nerdy ass cosplayer time has come. I'm sorry, you're gonna definitely have to tell me your character's name once more. Oh, okay. Nice. Ayden Rose. Leaf. I can finish reading sentences. All right, we are reading for nerdy ass cosplayer Ayden Roseleaf. Is it Rose or Ruse? Rose, like Rose. Let me know. Ayden Roseleaf, a tiefling nature domain cleric, she, hers, 24. Rose like flower, perfect. Party role, the negotiator / healer. Backstory. Ayden was a princess before a raid on her kingdom and her father's death. She blamed herself for his death and ran away. They are motivated by their own want to gain the courage to go back home. Oh. Story arc. The main struggle of the current arc is to heal from her trauma of her past and try to set things right and defend her home from the raiders who took over her kingdom. They have accomplished rescuing her childhood best friend and rallying a resistance against the conquerors. She feels determined to fight for her kingdom, but she's also overwhelmed with the rough waters of returning home. Is that literal, like there's an ocean, or like metaphorical, like it's rough waters, difficult going? Anecdote. She's starting to catch feelings for her childhood best friend, Porta de Banzo. She has always had a crush on Porta, but even after all these years, she still feels the same. Oh. Oh. That's adorable. Oh, for the, yeah, okay. I know, these are very pretty names. Character details. Favorite color, blue. Favorite pastime, tarot card readings. Top pet peeves, feeling useless. Same. Scars. Her body is covered with burn scars from the fire that the conquerors set during the raid. She has a scar over her right eye. Adorable. The art. Oh, good call, dynamic duo. Hydration check. I've been drinking my little lemon honey water. But water is good. I've probably not been drinking enough lately. She confessed to Porta and she decided to go with her. Ooh! I have to ask, when did confess on its own, as like its own word, become part of the vocabulary? Because that is like so new to me. And I feel like I missed when people started actually saying that. Like, I didn't know what it meant at first. And I was like, what are we confessing? Like, what are we confessing? I know now, and I see it everywhere. It's like totally what people say. But it still feels really new to me. And when did I miss this like linguistic shift? Makes me feel out of touch. But that's also really cute. Yeah, I don't know. Is it religious? I mean, yes, I grew up in church, so I know confession, But when people say, which is why I didn't understand what people were saying, because I grew up with the context being like, it's a bad thing, like you need to confess something. So realizing that people now just say confess, being to tell people that they like them or something, was a totally threw me for a loop. Because I was like, what does it mean that you confessed to somebody? Like, what are you confessing? Regency era? Confess feelings? Yeah, I don't know. At some point it came back, because that's what people say now. It was not a thing. It was not a thing in my day. The more I hear confess, the less like a word it sounds. Yeah. Confession is literally a church. You confess your sins to the priest and wipe the slate clean. Well, I mean, I know the origin of the word confession. Like, again, I grew up going to church. It's in a lot of Austen books. I mean, that also makes sense. It would totally make sense if people brought it back from something, language, and we are very secular with the way that words come and go, and there's many things that come and go and in cycles. I unfortunately also grew up in the church. Yeah, I feel that. I just made it mainstream. Yeah. Yeah. I have a religious trauma song, and I've got more that I just never ended up releasing, and it might be, well, maybe I'll release another one this year. It's not quite the TTRPG vibe, but it's a fun word to hear from like a roadman in the middle of London. Oh. Painting shoes red makes your hands look like a crime scene. Oh, I bet. Which is why we only go to the Xmas ones, yeah. Vel, I feel like I've seen Vel come and go a couple times in the little notifications that tells me someone's entered the live, so I'm gonna just let Vel know again. If you're hearing me, we could read yours, but if you're not here, we will, yeah. Move on. I think Ash had to leave pretty early in the stream. Ayden visited her father's grave, and because she went through it all, all the stages of grief there, oh man. Yeah, I can only imagine. Okay, I'm pretty sure Ash left. I feel like I remember Ash saying they had to leave. Chloe Juice, are you still here? My phone keeps kicking me out of the stream. How rude. I need to watch Star Wars again. Yes. Can you tell me your character's name? Yeah, character limits on what we can say in the lives make for wonky messages. Yes. Oh my gosh. I hadn't really used lives myself before as an audience member, a viewer. I'm just usually really like busy, and I stopped watching a lot of Twitch already, and I'm like, I'm not looking for more ways that I need to like focus on something right now, because I'm trying to make all this content, write all these songs, and I have a full-time job, and I'm a freelancer, and I'm trying to maintain long distance family relationships and friends, and like, you know, there's just a lot going on. But I enjoy like hanging out and being on lives. Anyways, I've been trying to make a better effort to like join some lives sometimes, and yeah, the text restrictions are ridiculous. I don't know how you all put up with it all the time here. It is a full plate. I do too much. We enjoy hanging out and being online. Thank you. No, I love it. I want to hang out on more of y'all's lives. I love being here, obviously doing my live, like, but yeah, it's busy. I miss when I was able to spend a lot more time on streams and stuff, and if anything is even subjectively too dark, sorry about that. Hearts. Or I learned how to do this. Am I doing it right? Hold on. Is it little heart? Is it right? Yeah, I've basically been when I'm needing to close enough. I kind of just either edit or skip over if something is really, really dark. I haven't really figured out how to like describe where like my limits are on that, because I feel like there's a certain amount of like violence and trauma that you kind of just expect when reading TTRPG stories, right? Like I feel like there's a generally understood level of darkness that comes with a lot of these stories. But yeah, some stuff, like I'm not gonna read some things, because I will allude to it. I will let people know like what the end result was, but if it's a really like disturbing scene or something, I have just kind of skipped over the actual scene and described what basically the end result ended up being. Like, we lost the son, or we lost the father, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've just been editing as I can when it makes sense to me. Yes, there are some really sad, dark things, but if we're not describing it in gruesome detail, then often I can just read it. But if there is gruesome detail, I've been kind of just editing as I go out loud. Yeah, so many orphan origin stories. Oh, Doggo's asking to go out. My doggo is a sleepy boy behind me. I'm sure we're easier to like move the camera so you could just appreciate him sleeping. Gotta leave for work, so I'm gonna go. Thanks, Cass. Totally, it was a pleasure. Our sorcerer has a normal happy family backstory. We tell him he's weird. Yeah, we have a trope. One of the tropes is like happy childhood, and almost no one ever gets to check that one up. Maybe I'll take a picture of him and put it in the Discord. Okay, I took like 5 pictures of him. Okay, if you're in the Discord, if you're 18 plus, you're welcome to join. If you're not, I'm gonna post it there real quick. Da 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 in the stables. Bilbo during stream being a sleepy cutie. Yeah, something has to happen for the characters to be out in the world. How's bingo going? Great question. Let's see. Look, Happy Childhood is on here. Happy Childhood is one of mine today. There's something on my teeth that's bugging me. I'm from Teddy's Party and Real. Hello. Did I not? It should be there. Ayo. Immediately jumps to the score. Kidnapping, we haven't had that. Abandoned as a child. I mean, we've had some difficult childhoods. I don't feel like anyone is abandoned. Like, things happened and they lost family and whatever, but like abandonment hasn't really been today's theme. Edgelord, we kind of had an Edgelord. I could check off Edgelord. Chaos Gremlin. I don't think we really had like a super Chaos Gremlin either. Naive to Jaded. I don't think any of these guys started off super naive. Yeah. No mistaken deaths. Normal people don't. People with happy childhoods don't really want to fight monsters. Okay. We are going to read for Chloe. Evangeline Grove. Also goes by Eve, Eva, or Angel. Species. Angelic celestial being. Most similar to cleric or bard. She, hers, 24 years old. Excuse me. Hi, Glinda. How are you doing? Okay. Party role. A helping hand group parent style. Yes. Backstory. Back. Born in the midst of her country's civil war, it was revealed quite early in her life that she could be of great use. Evangeline could take on others' negative emotions onto herself through a transfer and was used to clear soldiers' PTSD. Hi, True Nightmares. Are you telling me that she just took everyone's PTSD and like took it on as her own, so she's got like a bunch of people's PTSD? Is that what you're telling me? She had it all. This was her role from her early childhood to teen years until she took too much and ended up transferring everything to another. Oh! Yeah. After this person's death, Evangeline was banished and her wings were cut. She fled from Sestus, the name of her country, into Alvacan, and eventually Donacy, which was much more neutral ground. Her motivation is sourced from a want to help and redeem herself from the pain she unintentionally caused, but only becomes worse. Oh, my heart. Oh, PTSD plus. Jeez Louise. Truly. Story arc. In Donacy, Evangeline continued her role, but mostly fell into alcoholism and her own trauma. Yeah. After a repeat of death, she was brought to trial in the royal courts, where she met Isaac St. Ellis, current love interest, who helped her out of her alcoholism over time and supported her for the last 5 years. He taught her to let go of the role she was assigned, which was her greatest improvement. Here she begins to interact with the main plot as parts of the earth began to disappear, caused by the Sestian leadership, and she meets the main party in response. They form major political and social figures who look to solve the issue. Through this, she's taken back with Aylmer in an attempted execution, but it doesn't go as planned. Goodness, new premium subscription. Jeez Louise, what a rough lot in life. Anecdote: Evangeline holds her memories with Aylmer, who was her father figure in Sestus. While he carried out the torture on her preceding banishment, this was to save her life, but it left her confused and resentful. Yeah. When Aylmer also flees Sestus, he tracks her to Donacy, where he explained himself, quite emotionally. With Isaac, they finally shared her favorite childhood meal again. We love healing. We really do. I think we got naive to jaded, right? Oh my god. Definitely not happy childhood. You know, banished, I'm going to count that as abandoned as a child. Jeez Louise. Welcome back. Ooh, I don't want to know what a story to open the stream to. It sounds like things are getting better slowly. Maybe. Character details. Eva has 2 large white scars along her back where her wings used to be. She loves gold and gold accessories, especially now that it reminds her of Isaac and they can match. She is also a chess player, which is her main hobby now that she can choose, and was taught to her in the courts while she recovered. Oh man. What a rough lot in life. Here, why don't you just soak up all the PTSD of everyone around you, please? She kind of has a happy ending-ish, if that helps. A little. It helps a little. What a poor baby. No one deserves that. No one deserves that. Ish. Yeah. Yeah. Happy Hazel Dreams. You are next, actually. What's your character's name? Isaac dies. No. Thanks for hanging on your lunch break. Have a good one. Oh. Happy Hazel Dreams. Happy Hazel Dreams. Mallory, but I think that submission is missing a lot of things. That is up to you. Basically, once I read it, I do not allow updates to it. If you used your email, I can send the link for you to edit it. If you'd like to wait for that. Otherwise, we can read it now. I will leave that up to you. But yeah, once we read it, I don't allow changes just for sanity's sake. There are 2 Mallorys also. Hello, Dizzy Quinn. How are you today? He used his life force to save her. My goodness. I'm glad to hear you're good. I'm doing pretty well. I've been reading stories for last hour. We talked for a long time before that. I'll go ahead and read it. Okay. Hi, Ducky. How are you? Is it Mallory Cremont or Lady Mallory? I've got 2 Mallorys, and I can't tell from the display names that were submitted which one might be yours. Tired but good? Cremont. I had a feeling, but I wasn't certain. I'm glad you're good. Mallory. 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 Does not look like you're missing anything. I don't know why you got a name song just now, but you did. Do you all know Mallory? Character name dance. Do you all play with Mallory? I am befuddled. All right, we are reading for Happy Hazel Dreams, Mallory Cremont. Nickname. Assassin's moniker is Grimm with 2 M's, like Brothers Grimm. They were at the table. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. New single. Mallory. Mallory. I know, is she famous or something? Tiefling, assassin, rogue / warlock. She, hers, 24 years old. Party roll is blank. That is the only thing. If you want to give me a quick party roll, I'll fill that in. Otherwise, backstory. Ooh, I should take a breath and a drink. Talking too rapid fire. We got this. Backstory. Mallory was born to a minor noble family in the mountainous region of Shasai. Her younger sister Lucia was born a rare white tiefling, which are known to have talents for magical ability and are often born with rare magical effects. When Lucia was 4 and Mallory was 7, assassins were hired to kill the family and take Lucia. But luckily, Mallory managed to escape with Lucia, and after a year of living on the streets, picked the wrong pocket and caught the attention of Alexio Altiri of Belmora, a human noble from the capital of Chisai. I'm not reading that right, I think, but Alexio took in the 2 children with the promise that as long as Mallory put herself to work for him, becoming one of his assassins of Ravensguard, then Lucia would be provided safety, a thorough education, and a dowry in exchange for Mallory's service. Her training entailed many years of torturous combat, fine-tuning her ability to remain unseen, and the ability to track and gather information. But if Mallory ever failed, her punishments were severe, as Alexio's belief was that to be able to give death, one should be intimately aware of it. So Mallory was killed and revived again and again through various means between the ages of 13 and 24 when the story begins. Good grief! PTSD plus. This is the fan club. I shouldn't be the leader. Oh joy, I am the plot device. PTSD plus plus. Someone give that child a hug. Well then. I shouldn't be the leader, and oh joy, I am a plot device. Got it. I'm gonna read that for the sake of the edit later. Party a role. I shouldn't be the leader, and oh joy, I am a plot device. Nailed it. Oh god. Okay. So that's the backstory. No biggie. Just a few deaths and resurrections. Story arc. Mallory did not want to travel with an adventuring party, but after her nearly botched mission left her in debt, she begrudgingly followed them towards their next enemy, where she promptly died in the jaws of a dragon. Mallory. Mallory, come on. Stay alive. I get resurrected every Tuesday. What about you? Once revived by the magics of a god who had been watching the party for some time, she learned of a prophecy and the coming unsealing of the destructive god of death, Rachrl. Mallory resolved to help, knowing that if worse comes to pass, her sister would be in danger. After some time and many narrowly escaped ill fates, Mallory learns that Alexio is a member of this cult and has offered his sister as the new vessel to the god of death, a fate which he had intended for Mallory. How many times must a cult cultivate a vessel for a god against their will? At least it wasn't her first rodeo. I know. Holy crap. So many resurrections, the next one's free. Cultivation, thank you. Woo! Sorry, I got real sidetracked there. This nearly causes her to snap, as up till this point she was devoted to her adopted father. Alexio was a masterful manipulator, and she was convinced everything he did was for a reason. He used her devotion to her sister to mold her into a tool. Wrestling with the guilt, Mallory leaves the group to find her sister, and is promptly kidnapped by a Fey prince who had been traveling as a disguised mortal whom Mallory had grown fond of. Good! Oh, come on, Mallory, no! She gets rescued eventually, of course, and the adventure continues, with Mallory's sanity quickly deteriorating under the weight of all that she learns and the leadership responsibilities that she has within the group. You know, I'd be having a meltdown. There's nothing happy here. Promptly kidnapped. Oh, kidnapping, that's on my list. Promptly kidnapped. Is that why they call them cults? Oh. Anecdote. Shortly after being rescued from the Fae, Mallory and the group tumble out of a portal clear across the world from where they were when they went into the Feywild. While making their way out of the ruins, they spot a stranger nearby looking around. Mallory recognizes her old friend Hendrix, and he joins their party. A player switch characters mid-game and we cross paths in backstory. Oh, neat. That's a fun way to do that. Mallory had always carried a flame for Hendrix, an elvish-looking tiefling with torn wings and vampiric lineage, but never said anything as Hendrix was recovering from the loss of his wife and never expressed interest in her. Oh, it was fate. I need Himbo or Tiefling Bard in Good to Evil Corruption arc, or Doppelganger Shenanigans will do it as well. Oh boy. Okay. As the group continued to look for a way to stop Rachrl's cults, Hendrix and Mallory were nigh inseparable. However, when another NPC expressed interest in pursuing Mallory to him, Hendrix grew jealous and protective of her. Sadly, the campaign and table we played at fell apart here, but we worked together for a narrative conclusion to Mallory and Hendrix. As Rachrl was unsealing and began to leak into the world, the god who had told them of the prophecy sacrificed themselves in order to push Rachrl back, and Lucia was lost with them. Oh no. Mallory and Hendrix left to search for a way to save her sister, eventually confessing to each other and starting their own family. The pair are currently NPCs in my own game, which has many of the players from the previous table. Aww. Just resurrect her again. Hi, Coriander. How are you doing? My goodness. My goodness. I know, happiest that one could hope for. Hey, Skelly. How are you doing? Character details. Favorite color, soft pastel colors. She loves pink, white, and lacy things. Favorite pastime, group visits to the bathhouse, relaxing and reconnecting with friends, and planning the next move, pranks. Top pet peeve, people who deviate from the plan. This has happened a lot. I know, it is such a bittersweet ending. Pondwicken! Excuse me. Pondwicken! Hello, how are you? I miss Pondwicken. I know, they're all so good. Oh, where was I? Physical traits. Mallory is a mauve-skinned tiefling with dark red hair and glowing pink eyes that shift color to show her emotions. She has purple horns with metal caps that have little bells attached to them from her sister's favorite rattle as a child. Oh my god. Mallory has a long tail that ends in 2 venomous barbs that cause mild paralysis. Mallory is covered in scars, mostly from Alexio. 3 stand out: the slice across her back, the large burn across her back, and the large mark where Alexio once tore out her heart and branded it with his mark. You know. Busy on ADHD meds? Nice. Congrats. Glad to hear you're good. Ugh. Warlock. Mallory is a warlock of Mask, god of thieves. Mask has been watching over her since she was a child, helping her to narrowly avoid the worst outcomes of her damnably cursed luck. Mallory's name means unlucky one. Well, that just makes sense. Just D&D things. Ooh, ooh. Wild with the heart stuff. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Also, hi to anyone I missed specifically saying hi to. I know several people just joined. Oh, man. I don't know if that's actually what the name means, but that's certainly what it means in this context. I love D&D stuff as well. Mallory, so much edge, so much creativity. I know, merch with PTSD plus. Anyone could wear that. Currently listening to this while I write my novel. Exciting. What's your novel? If you don't mind telling. Mallory means unlucky. Wild. Why would you make a name that means that? Not you. Like, why would they invent a name that means unlucky? Ooh, the first of a fantasy series. That's exciting. Is it like high fantasy or, I don't know what low fantasy is. Like high magic. I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking. I'm just curious. Nico. Let's read your character. I've got Nico, Caffeinated Fox, and Teddy. We have 25 minutes. We'll see. I don't know if we'll get all of them, but we might. This might be, and this wouldn't technically be the first stream we would do a full list because we had to skip 2 people, but this is the closest we've ever gotten to finishing a list. High fantasy. First book is about Spike. Is Spike a character I should know? Like, or why would it be popular enough to stick around? People actually cared about that kind of thing, right? Yeah, like, when the meanings being what they are. Oh. I'm like, let's change the meaning. Ah, yes. Sorry. I lose the web of names. I recall story stuff when it comes up, but names elude me so badly. Nico, what is your character's name? Emergency. All good. I'm glad you're goth cowgirl. Yes. I was like, I hope you're not emergency drinking your brother to work. Emergency driving brother to work. Well, I'm glad you were able to do that for him. Jewelian. Yeah, that checks out. Lunarloch. Ooh, like Moon Lake. Alrighty. Ooh. We can do this. Hydration check. Also meds check. If you take meds and it's not out of schedule to take your meds right now, highly encourage you to do so while you are receiving said med check reminder, whether that's hormones or like a medication, like a pill or something. Shrimp back. Yeah, I was like, I was like, I'm not eating shrimp. But yeah, shrimp back check. Good call. I've really been working on my posture personally this last few weeks. I only realized after I've been out kickboxing for like half a year, I'm finally developing actual core muscles. And I think part of my problem is that I've just never had like enough core muscles, and then also flexibility. I have extremely tight upper body muscles. And I'm just realizing like how much core strength and flexibility in my like chest and back that I've been missing my whole life as I'm now working on this intentionally, that it's just like I couldn't hold good posture before. Like I just could not. I would try, but part of the reason I couldn't hold it is because it took too much effort and I was straining flexibility wise. But yeah, I've really been working on that and noticing that with all the training that I've been doing. Like, I'm not suddenly, like, really in shape or anything. But I've just been developing flexibility and core strength in a way that I've never had in my life before. I'm like, wow, I can actually, like, kind of work. I feel like I'm actually making progress on working on my posture instead of just being mad that it's not working. Always ponder why my lower back hurts when I sit like a shrimp. Also, just like there's some stretches you can do and it helps a lot. But yeah, it's very frustrating to find out that exercise works. I hate that. I mean, I know that it's more complicated for that for some folks, but it's really annoying that it kind of works as a baseline. Core muscles, those are helpful. Love to have some someday. I mean, I'm gonna be 35 this year, and this is like the first time in my life where I'm starting to actually feel like I'm developing any, so. Go, yeah, why can't I just drink a protein shake? It'd be good. No. I know. It's so unfair, actually, that eating, drinking, exercising, sleeping, and socializing are actually helpful. Boo. They all require, yeah, so much effort. It's rough. Inventory returns for core. All right, we are reading for Nico. What do you mean that'll improve my life? What's this bullshit? My biggest advice, if you're trying to and struggling, which I've always been in that boat for many years, is finding something that, like, just finding a movement that you enjoy doing and trying to do it regularly. That's the only way it's worked for me. Finding, like, whether that's a sport or whatever, movement that you actually enjoy. Get it in the calendar. It's the only thing that I've been able to do. All right, we have... Good boy. Oh, that's fine. Sorry. Quick treat for the dog before he starts barking. All right. Have a great day at work, Glinda. Thanks for popping in. Good boy. Chasing geese real quick. Okay. Jewelian Lunarloch. Vampire, shadow sorcerer / fighter. He is 12,000 years old. I know, what if you don't enjoy movement? Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a lot of types of movement, though. There's a lot of types of movement. Party role, the voice of reason alongside Sylvan. Backstory. He left his home community of Mist Grotto to search for his parents who went mysteriously missing, only to find himself in Shadow's Vale, home of a vampire trapped in a mirror. She tricked him into freeing her, turned him into her spawn, but was killed due to the uncontrollable bloodlust of a new spawn. He never returned to Mist Grotto, though. He met the party through a commission they all accepted and stayed to keep the younger ones safe. Oh. Yeah, Broski's up there in age. Truly. Whew. Story arc. The old gods are missing / dead, leaving the world in chaos and at the mercy of demons masquerading as gods. We are actively being hunted by the daughter of Dawn, goddess of the day, and Dusk, god of the night, called the Empress and her minions. Recently able to reach the last of what was once a grand floating city, which is now on the ground once again, and gained a new party member. Anecdote. That's such an intriguing sounding campaign. I feel like that must be a ton of fun. Anecdote. Walter. Amazing name. We're off to a great start, and the next few words make it even better. An awakened cat wizard tried to steal an important artifact from the party in the middle of the night to take to his mistress, and Jewelian hunted him down, revealing he's a vampire in the process, and was almost downed by the magic missiles Walter threw at him. Jewelian wanted to kill him because he doesn't take betrayal well, but Sylvan calmed him down. But ever since then, Jewelian never trusted Walter, even to Walter's death. Oh, he's like, I don't care that he's dead. I still don't trust him. Awakened cat wizard. I'm counting that as chaos gremlin. And a little bit kleptomaniac. The cat wizard is committing crimes. A ball of enchanted yarn. Dead. Nothing is truly dead in D&D. Oh, awakened cat wizard. Character details. He loves the character. Look here. I keep doing it. It's a catastrophe. Character details. He loves the color red. Plays viola when he can, even though he's not a bard. Do not interfere when he's cooking, or you get the spoon. Yes, I love it. He has the bite mark scars from his turning on his neck, hidden under a lace and rose choker. He has a black gradient from his hands to the middle of his forearm, where it fades to his normal pale skin tone. You know, I'm really enjoying. I've seen a few characters with like similar styling of like miscoloration of skin, and I think it's really cool. It's been really growing on me as a visualization. I still want to play my Puss in Boots build at some point. I have so many cat puns. I love puns. It's due to his shadow sorcery. Yeah, ombre arms. Yes, I'm really digging that style. No, I cannot explain how much I love reading these character stories. I get so happy doing this. It is a highlight of my week. I'm so glad that this has turned into more than just me on my own writing songs behind the scenes and then sharing them. Cat. Like, it's so fun to be able to read these with y'all and put them on the internet where people can enjoy stories on stories on stories. It's very fun. I have a blast. A blasty blast. Caffeinated Fox. Did we lose Caffeinated Fox, or is Caffeinated Fox still here? Cat got your tongue? Towing around about halfway through printing him. Yeah. Caffeinated Fox. What is your character's name? Puns are awesome. Could you whisker some up from us? Hold on now. Oh my god, I forgot these shortcuts that TikTok Studio takes over. Pulling up Sefra. Just emailing it to me is not going to get it into the database. So I'll read what we have here. Because I'm not going to be able to find this really quickly. We didn't get to finish the campaign, but Orion and I figured out more story after the fact. That's awesome. I was forgot to mention our game, my PC and her wife had their baby last week. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find that really quickly. Okay, we will read what we have. So, reading for Caffeinated Fox, we have Sefra. Human, rogue assassin, she/hers, 20 years old, party role, voice of sarcasm. Yes. Very, very good. Backstory. Sefra was raised by her father, a former assassin known as the Ghost, after her mother passed away when she was 5. Growing up, she had little say in her life. When she was assigned to possibly kill the party she travels with, she suddenly had real friends for the first time. And for the first time, she was able to make her own decisions. Aww. Nico, thanks for hanging. Story arc. Sefra was able to successfully separate from the Assassin Guild, choosing to make her own path in life. Another reason was her growing attachment to Adonis, another member of the party. Neither her father nor her guild leader, who it turns out was her uncle, approved of the relationship. Sefra was uncertain leaving but with her fiancé, she feels hopeful. Nah, I love all your stories. Thank you so much for sharing. Jewelian. Her father's half-brother. Anecdote. Recently, Sefra is feeling a touch of doubt. She feels her fiancé is keeping a dark secret from her, and she's afraid she can't trust him. That puts a twist in things, if you can't even trust your person. Character details. Favorite color, blue. Her mom used to wear a blue dress. Pastime, taking care of her pet rat. Pet peeve, people keeping secrets. Yeah. That would do it. He's hearing a voice telling him he's going to be the reason she dies. Oh no! That's not what you want to be hearing. That's not what you want to be hearing from anything. That's not what you want. John McCaleb! Hello, welcome in. Hello, hello. He agreed to shave his head for her so she could leave her guild. Oh. Well, thank you for sharing, Sefra. Teddy, are you still here? Well, we're almost to the end of 2 hours, so I'm gonna maybe do one. I've got one more on the list currently. Teddy, who did you submit? Ooh, wow, sorry for the bump. I just wanted to itch my head. Erasmus. Teddy. There you are. Erasmus. I was like, you're from the party. There's so many party members who are together today. How did y'all arrange this? All right, yeah, this will probably be the last one today. And we will have actually finished a list. We will have skipped over 2 people, but it's because they weren't here. The end. Not my fault. I sent the group a link to your profile and we all went, ooh! Amazing. Oh my goodness. Healthy communication between party members. Not sure you would find any of my party members. This is cool. How do you choose people? Basically, at the beginning and throughout stream, I add people to the reading list as they show up and they say, hey, I have a character who hasn't been read. And then I add them to my little list. And then when I get to them on the list, I read out their name and I ask for their character's name and then I read their character's story. So what I've been doing now is actually trying to keep track of who comes how often. So because a lot of times we don't get through the list. So then people end up waiting multiple streams. So there were words and thoughts at the end of that, but they've lost them. Anyways, there's a reading list that says worth running lead. It's rebuilt at the beginning of stream, but people who've waited multiple times get weighted higher on the list. Like they get bumped up every time that they've been here that they didn't get read. But yeah, I try mostly to read for people who are present because that way people can enjoy the live reading. And if we ever get to a point where I run out of stories for people who are here, I will read random ones. But until then, we will keep doing it this way. All right. Reading for Teddy. Erasmus. Nickname Raz or Razzle Dazzle. Amazing. Okay, noted. Caffeine Fox. Noted. Just have to finish the drawing on my character and I can submit, but armor is so tricky to make. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Make sure that you've saved your text. I'll be streaming all year, so no rush, John. Make sure that you save your text somewhere because I've heard from people that they like filled it all out and then they drew something and when they went to go like submit, they lost the submission. So make sure you because it just had been open for too long and the browser was like, I don't know. So I would make sure that you write what you want and make sure it's saved somewhere else while you're working on the art and then just reopen the form and submit it that way. Just so you don't lose your work, your texts. All right. Tiefling, Ancestral Guardian Barbarian / Timekeeper Warlock. He is 24 years old. Yeah, it would be great to have you. And no worries. It's really, I'm planning to stream throughout the year. I have so many stories that I could stream every week and read at least 10 stories and never run out. So we got stories on stories. Party role. Group leader and protector. The decision maker of the party with a super big soft spot for the people he loves and big grudges against the people he doesn't. A hopeless romantic whose big feelings have caused a little bit of tension. Oh. Backstory. Born along with his twin, Alazarin, and Azamar to a cursed mother and a blessed father, the two faked their deaths and ran away from their neglectful parents when they were 15, and have traveled the world ever since. He almost abandoned his twin for his first true love, a satyr named Feather, but the lovers were separated suddenly in an emergency and haven't seen each other since. He joined the party where they were all chosen by gods. They were all chosen by the god. excuse me. They were all chosen by the gods, Clothis and Crufix, to have their strings of fate cut and be free from godly influence in order to battle a great looming evil. Ooh. Ooh. Story arc. Erasmus is trying to lead his party through a tumultuous period, emotionally and physically, while they hunt for a stolen artifact in the largest city in the world. After helping to complete a revolution against the tyrannical queen of Rachrl, he finally reunited with his old mentor and parental figure, Ayden, and find out how proud they are of who he has become. Oh. He is lashing out against another party member, a half-elf warlock named Eli, who led him on in a relationship only to dump him suddenly and find someone else, and Erasmus is struggling to move on. His biggest obstacle is his anger problem, a rage in him he is finding harder to control over time and is trying to battle against a society that sees him as a monster. He is losing the softness and He is losing the softness and wonder he used to have for the world, and is becoming more jaded and angry with each passing day. Definitely the naive to jaded. I already checked it off, but... Whew. He has become the spokesperson for a political party fighting for better representation for tieflings, and has achieved his dream of learning to control time magic recently, thanks to a pact with the god Crufix. He is also endeavoring to search for and reunite with Feather, now that he knows she's alive after her community was destroyed by the former queen of Rachrl, and she was presumed dead. Mistaken death! And was presumed dead, but he has a huge surprise in store for when he finds her. ... Anecdote. After having helped kill 2 of the 3 champions of the god of victory, Ayden, Erasmus was kidnapped by Ayden in front of the party, and was forced to battle him alone. It turns out that Ayden is evil and violent, and not the hero many people are raised to believe he is. Ayden wanted revenge against the party for the death of his 2 champions, but targeted Erasmus to be his prospective next champion because of his anger issues and battle prowess. During the fight, Ayden kept goading him, trying to get him to reveal the monsters inside of him. Eventually, he threatened Erasmus with the knowledge that Feather was still alive, but would kill her if he didn't fight better. Ayden then stabbed his spear through Erasmus's chest, killing him, and then revived him to fight all over again. Erasmus eventually hit Ayden with the nastiest right hook of his life, and even knocked out one of his teeth, ending the fight, but seemingly proving to Ayden that he can be a monster after all. Whew. I know, gotta fill up the bingo spaces. Oh. Now I need OC plays unfair in a fight, or himbo. I don't think we're gonna get those today. Character details. His favorite color is gold. Gold is the color of the day, actually. And he chooses it for all his jewelry. He is a keen clockmaker and makes personalized pocket watches for the people he loves. He hates dishonesty more than anything. He's very loving and loves giving gifts and surprises, but is also super nosy and can be very pushy and overbearing. Most notably, he has 4 arms, no pupils, and is covered in many scars. Most recently, a large one right in his chest from the fight with the god Ayden. He also has a broken horn, but recently got some fancy star-themed jewelry to cover it up. His catchphrase is probably, "Be careful," since his twin is a rogue who loves getting in trouble. Aww. Aw, hey Velgar, I love me some Velgar. 65 heckin' months. How has it been that long? Would revive just to fight again be playing dirty? I mean, definitely from the gods side of things. I have OC plays unfair in a fight, but that's not the OC that was doing that. Our Barb. My goodness. We had lots of tieflings today, but no tiefling bards. Yeah, Mans is going through it. We also had almost every single story I feel like involved resurrection today. That's the theme. I think we can count that as religious trauma. I think that counts as religious trauma. For sure. But yeah, that's going to be the last story. I've got a tiefling bard around here somewhere. But yeah, that'll have to be for another stream. That will have to be all for today. We have now reached 2 hours. And I will attempt to get this VOD up in the next... I've been doing it within 12 hours most of the time, but my promise is not 12 hours. My promise is more like 24 to 48 hours. I have to do a lot of rendering, and I don't even really edit these a whole lot. I just cut off the beginning and the end where I'm just tinkering around. But then it takes a long time to export that, and then it takes a long time to upload, and then it takes a long time for YouTube to be like, oh, here's the thing. But I do upload these to YouTube. Same username as everywhere. And Dorco. So lots of, if there's all the old VODs as well. Session 1 does not exist because the recording was lost. I didn't record it locally and TikTok lost it, so there is no session 1 video. But there are sessions 2 through 17. So if you need whatever the math on 2 times 17 plus this will be, so 2 times 18 is 36? Will that be 36 hours of listening to character stories being read live? That is available to you and wild to think about. Yes, I do these. Oh, I forgot to set up today's TikTok for next week. Hold on. I'll do that right now. I've been using the TikTok event feature. So you can register there. I also announce it in my Discord. And the reason I use I'm telling you these two things. Thank you, Teddy, for submitting your little man. But yeah, 6:30 p.m. my time, so Germany, every Wednesday. Lore, I'm gonna set up right now. Lore to Legend Story Hour. And that will be for your very first character. That's awesome. That'll be next week. Next week, also on the 28th, is when Curse of the Senseless comes out, by the way, which is my first song that I'm releasing that is based on one of my campaigns. Oh, that is the wrong date. So next week, the 28th, we'll be doing this again, 6:30 p.m. my time. And that will also be the day where Curse of the Senseless is coming out. And it will be available pretty much everywhere. I promote Spotify because that's where like 99% of my listeners are. But it's also going to be on Apple Music, YouTube Music, pretty much everywhere that you would normally listen to music. Reading your TTRPG stories. Wow, I'm still all caps stories. Live. So you can use the events feature on my bio to register. And it should like convert it to your time. Discord and the events on my TikTok should show it in your time zone, so that way you don't have to like figure out what time that means for you. But yeah, more music. That's the one that I'm currently have like finished and uploaded and is like scheduled for release. I have many other pieces of music that are in progress and on the way. It will probably not be releasing music literally every 3 weeks, but I could be releasing, if I had the time to finish all the music. I have enough music in progress that I could do a release every 3 weeks through the end of May or June or something. I forget the math I did on that, but I have a lot of music coming out, basically. Whether or not it will come out that quickly, I don't know. But I have a lot in progress, plus the character story songs, which is where this project stemmed from, and the character class songs that I'm working on. The cleric song is written. I've been working on the druid song. I'm going to keep posting videos asking for your insights on the rest of the character classes. So yeah, just a lot coming up. Tons coming up. If we end up finding art after we submit, can we post it somewhere? Yeah, I have a character artwork channel for posting character art. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging with me. For all that music nostalgia talk at the beginning. Also, the barbarian song lives rent free in my head. Yes. Some funny hair going on back here. But thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, happy to provide some story time while you're working. Everyone take good care of yourselves. Drink lots of water. Make sure to make time for rest and play. And I think that's my reminders for today. So see y'all on the Discord. See you on future TikTok videos. See you in future lives. Yada, 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 yada. And keep an eye out for the VOD on YouTube. Have a good rest of your week.